Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the foil here at Houston Mission Control, and we've got Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit, and we're here live every Sunday night.
What is going on, Spaceriots? I hope everybody's having a fabulous, fantastic Sunday evening. Here we are, episode number 57 of Space Force News, which we're calling tonight. We're calling this Space Force News and Chill tonight because we're gonna kind of take it easy on all the data points, and we're just gonna sort of hang out, vibe. You know what I mean? Check out some spaceships. You know, the stuff we really like to do around here. Thank you, Sean Joe, for the cookie. Really appreciate it. What's going on? Keep True, First Branch, Carrie Lake, Rainbow Snuggle Fritz, Tom Ford. Thank you, Suki, for the Cash App. So much, Dodie Danny. Thank you for the cookie. What's going on, Koala? I'm not going to call you Tylena. I'm going to call you Koala. So
Pyler.
It's right.
Pyler now.
Pyler.
Or, yeah, I like Tylena still.
You know what that sounds
Pyler,
like?
Though.
Great. We went from Tylena to Pyler. How did that happen? What's going on, Austin Morris? Good to see you. Roxy Boxy 101, Christina Fincher, VPXM. Thank you for the new intro tunes. I dig it. I think it's great. How do you feel about it, Foil? Are you into it? You're into
it? Like some rave shit.
Totally into it. PDX Patriot coming in with the can. Good evening, ladies and Foxhole fam. Good to see you. Tam Garau. Tam Rao.
Yeah.
I know there's a way to say it, but I still struggle with this. Kind of cool. What's going on, Biofofia? Good to see you. Yeah, man. So here we are. Maxinon, what's up? Good to see you.
What up,
Wonder Mod, always
Hi.
Great. Always great. So yeah, we're going to do more of a kind of a chillax SFN tonight. You know what I mean? We may or may not play the music because, well, so many people didn't like that last time. So, you know, we try to listen. What's going on, Patricia Saradol? Okay. So it looks like tonight, guys.
I'm in favor of the Japanese trap music. You know, the Trapanese music. But that's
You're also in favor of pumpkin spice plugins all over the house.
I am.
So,
I am. It's apple cinnamon now.
Why are you waving the wand at me again? You know,
And then it will be pine.
Okay. Space Force, hypersonic missile tech, boosting the space economy, Vandenberg DART mission, which I think is interesting that they call it the DART mission. Yes, Mars indeed. Base Alpha, Russia prepares to attack the Ukraine. We've got EU new joint military force, Jumpstarting Mars magnetic field, space resource utilization, moon oxygen. There's lots of oxygen on the moon, Boyle. That's what they say. Apparently. Tiny drug delivering robots, right? That's exciting. The Hoverbike finally hits the market, guys. And so, yes, you can get in on the action now. You can finally get your Hoverbike, for the small price.
For the low price.
Low price of only like $700,000. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We can
we've
totally
got a
do
Pentagon,
that, man.
We got a Pentagon X-Files unit now. The DNI is not ruling out extraterrestrials. We think maybe at this point we're reaching the conclusion there might be beings out there other than us flying around in these ships. Maybe.
So says the government, right? And if the
got
government says it must be true.
Absolutely. We've got some wormhole stuff that's interesting. Lots of UFOs tonight. Space weather, all that good stuff. Right after this, guys. Right after this.
I learned a lot. And I learned that, I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is, I learned so much.
Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean,
Come on, man.
Women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things. Come on, man.
I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turned blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap.
He loves kids jumping on his lap.
Dead. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Break you. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're from me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The corn pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean,
You don't feel like dancing, Foil, huh?
I know a lot of weed smoke.
I'm rocking with
Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds. But I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot. Come on, man. You know what I mean? You know the thing. What I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am, come on, man.
Woo, buddy. Just because that was so fun, I think we should do it again. Right after I thank a couple people.
We should do it again.
Right.
You go
Thank
ahead.
you, Venmore, for the cookie. Non-alien cookie. Soka Q with a cookie. Got milk. Thank you so much. Tom Ford donated 100 gold pills. News too heavy today. Love to chill. No pumpkin spice. He's with me. See? I got somebody who's with me.
Hey, what you talking about, Willis?
PDX Patriot with the can. Good. Oh, we already covered that one. All right, so here we go. I think we should do that again, but a little bit different jam. I think, but I think we should do that again. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So
it's lit, man.
Let's try this one here.
This is lit, right? There you go.
This is great.
Passenger causing sheer chaos in the air. And
Tyler knows what's up.
Flight attendants had to duct tape
Tyler for the win.
Ever since masks
What's going on, Amelia?
on airplanes, flight attendants say that their work has become downright dangerous.
Now understand something. We about to mummify your ass now, boy. We about to mummify your ass, so we wrapped them up. Mummify your ass now, boy. We about to mummify your ass, so we wrapped them up, boy. This man smell like a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. 4 shots of Everclear alcohol and regret. If you push us too far, you're gonna have to attend this ass whoop. He's spitting and cussing and going crazy. Wait, stop that. It's when he touched my titties, cause I don't play that. So what I did is I took out the duct tape. I said, he got scared, start stuttering, say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. I say, yeah, I understand something. We about to mummify your ass now, boy. We about to mummify your ass. So we wrapped him up. Mummify your ass. Now, boy, we about to mummify your ass. So we wrapped him up. Now, understand something. Sometimes our job has us attending to crazy people. My parents are and I'm just looking at them at the damn fool. I say, that's enough.
Man.
I got up and I walked over there. I know something's about to go down. Wait, stop that. It's when he touched my titties, because I don't play that. So what I did is I took out the duct tape. I said,
wrap him up.
He got scared, start stuttering. I say, hold up, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I say, yeah, now understand something. We about to mummify your ass. Now, boy, we about to mummify your ass. So we wrapped him up. Mummify your ass. Now, boy, we about to mummify your ass. So we wrapped him up.
Yeah, man.
That dude, that was single-handedly the best interview ever given to a news agency in the history of mankind.
My bad.
Like, the best.
So yeah, shout out to that channel, which is the Remix Bros, for their awesome dope videos.
Remix Bros?
Yeah.
Right?
The Remix Bros. You got it.
Thanks, Kaboomer, for the shades.
I've decided I'm bringing back the LBGTQ plus whatever it is highlighter tonight.
You highlighted some stuff today?
Just for the angry cigar smoking unicorn. Just for her. Thank you, Kaboomer, coming with the shades. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, so we were just talking about you and your angry cigar smoking unicorn avatar. That's so fantastic. All right, where were we?
Fantastic.
I think we need to thank some super chats. Suiterbug, Phil Christophers, Suki, VPXM. Thank you for the awesome new intro track. And thank you for the super chat. Koi's, Amy Joe, Moss Dog. Thank you guys so much for your support and your love, man. You love. Okay, so where were we? I think I know where we were. I think this is where we were.
Space Force.
Thank you, Jonas Sark, for the cookie. Are they getting crunk?
UFO marks, little emojis over there. Good. That's good.
Hey, FC, good to
Alara's
see
Space Mouse in the house.
In the house. Alara's Space Mouse is in the house. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
We used duct tape in the Space Mouse, the Space Mouse Force. That's what it was. It was the Space Mouse.
You gotta stop shaking that wand at me.
I am
what you're gonna
shaking it.
She's casting spells. Right?
I blow the wind of God.
We should play it. No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Okay. Let's see. We're going into
but that's all right.
Space Force General U.S. We have a lot of UFO videos, man. Okay. Space Force General U.S. has a lot of catching up to do on hypersonic missile technology. This is fantastic news. The United States is playing catch up in a new arms race to build advanced hypersonic missiles that travel at 5 times the speed of sound and can maneuver to evade defenses, the Vice Chief of Space Operations at U.S. Space Force, General David Thompson, said on November 20th. We're not as advanced as the Chinese or the Russians in terms of hypersonic programs. The U.S. Air Force, Army, and Navy are developing hypersonic missiles, but I will say that we have a lot of catching up to do very quickly. The Chinese have had an incredibly aggressive hypersonic program for several years. Of concern for the United States is China's demonstrated capability to deploy a hypersonic glide vehicle to space that can orbit the planet and re-enter the atmosphere before it can be detected by U.S. missile defense sensors. China said the vehicle it tested was an unarmed experiment, but U.S. officials warned that these weapons could be armed with conventional or nuclear warheads, turning them into a destabilizing strategic capability. The world just became a much more complicated place. I did this highlighting just for you, Miracle Girlie, just for you. He compared a hypersonic glide vehicle to a magical snowball. Normally, if I'm throwing a snowball at you, the instant the snowball leaves my hand, you have a sense of whether or not it's going to hit you. That is how strategic warning systems have operated for decades. A hypersonic missile changes that game entirely. The hypersonic missile does not travel in a predictable trajectory. Combine that with a fractional orbital bombardment system. I'm going to throw the snowball and it's going to go around the world. And it's going to come in. What? And it's going to hit you in the back of the head. You see that when you only listen to brief snippets of the sentence, it's hard to retain the whole. Right.
Don't be throwing snowballs at me, son.
And so that's the kind of thing we're dealing with, that you no longer have that predictability. And so every launch, regardless of where it's headed, now has the potential that it could be a threat. And even if you can track that maneuvering weapon, you don't know until very late in the flight where it's going because it's maneuvering the entire time. And you're not sure whether it's an attack, he added. You don't know the target until the last minute, and so that changes the strategic warning game. Thompson did not say whether the Chinese are developing a fractional orbital bombardment system, a technology developed by the Soviet Union in the 1960s for the deployment of nuclear weapons in space. Well, this is great. In response to Chinese and Russian advances in hypersonic glide vehicles, the Pentagon Space Development Agency and Missile Defense Agency are developing a global network of space sensors to detect and track these threats throughout their entire trajectory. MDA on November 19th announced it has awarded contracts to Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and Raytheon to develop interceptor missiles that can hit a hypersonic glide vehicle in flight. We've done well for years developing defenses against ballistic missiles, said Thompson. We have great capabilities against so-called hypersonic air-breathing aircraft. We can detect cruise missiles. It's now time to look at how we defend against hypersonic missiles. Thank you, Jenny Callie, so much. Coming soon, surrounded by yellow stars. Silent Bob Ross coming in with the ship. Sorry I'm late. I guess the LBGTQJFB highlighter is back. Yes, it is in fact back, and we're very proud that we're proud. We have pride that it's back today.
Yeah, she's riding. Alara is riding with pride, man.
I'm
and thank you,
riding with
BLQ,
pride.
for the phone.
That's right. Yeah, so where were we? In my personal opinion, I will say the bureaucracy that we built into our defense acquisition enterprise, not just in space, but in other areas, has slowed us down. We need to create a different sort of approach to acquiring and fielding and operating these systems, and we probably need to be in a position where we're ready to accept a little more risk of failure so that we can speed up our processes. Something tells me this all boils down to UFO technology and the disclosure, the race to disclose it on some level. You know what I mean? Like our stuff, but then without throwing people under the bus where they get arrested. And, you know what I'm saying, Foyle? No? Do the show every week with me.
They've been using,
that's fine.
They've been giving us alien tech that they claimed was our own tech for the longest. So, I mean, if this was based on some alien system, I wouldn't be surprised. Although,
just take the fifth.
I don't know.
Just trust me. Just quit while you're ahead on this one. Okay, it's clear that you were not following along. Adam Hugapug coming with 314 gold pills, raspberry mint sherbet space pie. That sounds fantastic. Hugs, Adam. We're so glad you're here with us. Thank you very much. What's going? Wonder Mod says there's breaking news. A car just plowed through a crowd at a Christmas parade in Waukesha. Waukesha. Many 30 people. What? Waukesha. Waukesha. All right. As many as 30 people were reportedly injured. Prayers up. Yes, guys, please keep these people in your prayers. We're just at a Christmas parade.
People are crazy. People are crazy.
This whole world's lost it
Thank
completely.
you, hubby, for the ship.
He's hubby still? You guys are still married?
Well,
I'm just checking.
I personally don't believe in divorce.
Thanks, bestie. You don't believe in what?
Divorce. What up, warrior biatch?
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so new report calls for U.S. Strategy to boost space economy. Forever. Do you hear that? You're in it forever now, bestie. Forever. You're never getting out. U.S. National Security Space Organizations released a report on November 18th proposing ways to boost the nation's space economy and technology base. The theme of the report is that the United States has a tactically strong space sector, but we are missing the long-term vision, the roadmaps, the deliberate long-term investment. We're in a great place today, but we have a lot of strategic concerns. And how do we make sure that we're also in a great place tomorrow? You look at the number of inventions and new things that are being done in space, the innovation ecosystem, where you have lots of new companies coming into space and private investments, where you have a record amount of venture capital going on into space startups. That's all very positive and strong, and that's what we mean by tactically strong, but those are all very near-term things. There's a lot of concern that it may not continue, and if we want that to continue, we need to be taking some very proactive and deliberate steps today. We have a very aggressive and patient competitor in space in China with a 50-year plan. Okay, that's more what I'm referring to. But you know me, like I be connecting dots and stuff. I just, that's what I do. I look at different various...
Well, with what Bill Nelson has been saying recently, as far as like extraterrestrial life and whatnot, yeah, I mean, I can see that.
First Branch, we're not off the rails yet. I don't know, how long you've been watching the show. This is in no way off the rails. It starts getting off the rails when she starts talking about the sun ejaculating and things like that. We haven't gone there yet, so we're just right on point. Yeah, we're fine. But it does happen from time to time. And then Alara gets, flustered.
Much love to you, Warrior Biatch. I don't know what's going on. I just see it in the chat. Love.
Good to see you, Do. What's going on, Ascension Diaries? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, Dead Skull. Good to see you. Frightening me, as always. All right, where were we? Both NASA and the Space Force believe strong engagement from across government, industry, and academia is essential to meet this movement. And it just so happens all this collaboration's going on right now between academia, private sector, right? Like I'm telling you, these people have a long-term plan here. Like with the whole thing is, it's all very planned out, is my point, The report argues that the government, particularly the Defense Department intelligence community, should better support the space industry by procuring commercially provided services rather than develop systems in-house. U.S. military and intelligence agencies are lagging in their procurement of commercial satellite imagery, the report said. A broad spectrum of space-based Earth observation satellite companies have emerged that can provide a wide range of data products. However, token investments are not sufficient, and the slow pace of commercial acquisition by the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency and the National Reconnaissance Office is creating incentives for U.S. companies to withdraw from the national security track. Another proposal is to develop plans for a space superhighway that takes advantage of commercial innovations for in-space logistics to build infrastructure. This effort should be done in close collaboration with NASA, the report said. In terrestrial modes of logistics, the ability to make use of civilian ports, civilian fuel, and civilian interfaces is a significant force multiplier, and the same is true in space. So yeah, man. Good to see you. Better lately. What's going on, friend?
Hey.
We're getting down on some Space Force. Oh, I wasn't quite done with that article. Just kidding. Psych. Where were we? Yeah, psych. Where was I? We don't know. We're not. Okay. Yeah, we were done. I was tripping. I do that sometimes. I trip a little bit once in a while. Not a lot, but once in a while I do.
Sometimes.
Not more than you. You trip all the time about various things. Pumpkin spice, dishes. I could go on and on. All right, here we go. DART mission set to launch from Vandenberg Space Force, but not dishes, the water on the sink.
Is this
Vandenberg
King of
Space
Mars?
Force.
The King of Mars.
This is Space Force base. Oh, this is SpaceX, isn't it? Man, Alara's out of it tonight. What's going on, man?
It's Space Force X.
Yeah, it's a new section. Space Force X.
Mars. Oh boy, Sun Fluffer 2021.
We are not talking about sun squirts yet, Belushi. We've not gone there. But the night is young. So never fear. DART mission set to launch from Vandenberg Space Force Base on Tuesday. SpaceX Falcon 9 will be carrying NASA's first planetary defense test mission from Vandenberg Space Force Base on Tuesday, November 23rd. According to officials, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, is designed to direct itself to hit an asteroid while traveling at a speed of 15,000 miles per hour. Colonel Robert Long, Space Launch Delta 30 commander, will be the launch decision authority. Space Launch Delta 30 is excited to partner with NASA and SpaceX on the first planetary defense test mission. DART's target is the asteroid moonlet Dimorphos. DART is expected to impact the asteroid in fall of 2022, changing its orbit. SpaceX Falcon 9 is set to launch at 10:20 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesday. The Hawk's Nest will be closing to the public for viewing, but those interested can view the DART mission launch from Hancock's Lompoc Valley Center. Exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff.
So we get a planetary defense system.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, now what's it say? It's designed to direct itself to hit an asteroid. I wonder what else it could direct itself to hit.
Right? I think it's interesting that it's named DART. You know what I mean? Because
I guess
it happens to be the name of a significant spaceship. I just don't. I mean, it's a curious thing. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I have the answer. I'm just saying I think it's a curious thing. That's all. I pay attention.
Do we get the space lasers yet? Like, I saw something about German space lasers, as a matter of fact, when I was pulling articles earlier. But I think we need space lasers.
I agree. We need mice with space lasers.
That's the Space Mouse Force.
Right.
Yeah.
The Space Mouse.
That's what
exactly.
They do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. They can cruise up with cislunar. We haven't heard any news about cislunar orbital patrol, or what are they? The chips? Space chips?
Space chips.
Yeah, we haven't heard about the space
chips.
I'm dying to see their outfits, and I'd like to see what they're riding in, too.
Little sunglasses, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm so ready for that. For the first time, SpaceX...
Jonas Sark says, the chat has gone off the rails first for once.
I haven't been looking at the chat. Is the chat off the rails?
The chat is great. Chat is always great.
It's fine when the chat goes off the rails. It's fantastic. For the first time, SpaceX is
guys, sun squirts. Yes. So, by all means, continue.
Okay. For the first time, SpaceX has teamed up with researchers from NASA and several other U.S. institutions to publicly discuss how it plans to use Starship to build Mars Base Alpha. And this was Foyle's idea of less articles today. Less articles. This is less articles. The company and its executives have almost never specifically discussed how the next generation fully reusable rocket will be used to create a permanent human presence on Mars. You'd think they'd have that part figured out already, before they claimed it, like, this is what we're doing. You'd think they'd have all of that ironed out, but I guess apparently not. Allegedly
Frightening
not.
Me says maybe they're going to use the DART to take out the Black Knight satellite.
That's a stretch, but hey, you know what I mean? It makes more sense to me than this DART thing's going to take.
We're going to hit an asteroid.
Every other week, they tell us that an asteroid's coming for us. You guys notice
isn't there like an Eiffel Tower-sized asteroid supposed to hit us this month or something?
Dude, it's
or
every
come
month.
within.
It's
supposed to come within like 21 million miles. It's going to be like this close to the Earth, and we might all die. I swear I saw something about that like last week. What up, Truth Quest? Good to see you.
That's like every month, dude. Every month, an asteroid is
I know, right?
supposed to hit us. Yes. All right, so half a century of mostly theoretical analysis has made it abundantly clear that a permanent, sustainable extraterrestrial human outpost is possible without a radical reduction in the cost of access to space. For decades, NASA has studied and studied and studied slight variations of a plan that would cost hundreds of billions of dollars to send a few astronauts to Mars for a few months at a time. Put simply, without a revolution in space transport, even a temporary presence on Mars where inhabitants are mostly dependent on imported goods is infeasible unless Mars exploration is made a national or international priority on the order of tens of billions of dollars per year. Over the 80-90 years that spaceflight has been seriously pondered, dozens of groups and papers and studies and space agencies have imagined what the revolution might look like, and SpaceX is not unique for proposing a solution to the long-standing problem. SpaceX is the first of that long list of contenders to propose a solution and both invest significant resources and put hammer to metal in an attempt to make that vision a reality. SpaceX, and now NASA with it, has laid a sturdy foundation upon which Starship will almost certainly be realized. A great deal of work remains, but SpaceX has more or less surmounted most of the major technical hurdles that towered over Starship just a few years ago.
Wait, so they have a plan now.
Right. With the help of co-authors... No, you just set me up. With the help of co-authors from NASA, Ames, SETI, and half a dozen prestigious U.S. universities and institutes, SpaceX has begun to answer exactly that question in a 2021 white paper PDF submitted for the National Academy's next Planetary Science and Astrobiology Decadal Survey. While that survey alone could influence NASA as the agency prepares to outline its next decade of space science and determine the ultimate destination of tens of billions of federal dollars, the consequences of which would be immense, SpaceX also used the paper to describe its plans for early missions to Mars in unprecedented detail. SpaceX will begin the process of constructing sustainable cities on Mars with a few relatively simple steps. Likely as soon as the mid-2020, SpaceX will begin launching uncrewed starships to Mars to both verify the system's maturity and readiness and deliver significant quantities of cargo to the service in advance of human arrival. Likely leaning on a wide range of robotics, those early missions will help SpaceX characterize local resources, stage supplies, test technologies for long-duration Martian surface ops, and begin developing infrastructure with a propellant plant, likely the most pressing need. Current SpaceX mission planning, uncrewed starships, Current SpaceX mission planning, equipment for increased power production, water extraction, LOX methane production, prepared landing pads, radiation shielding, dust control equipment, exterior shelters for humans and equipment. Confirming I need glasses so bad. I really got to do something about that. Like, for real. So just, remind me, Foil, if I forget, just remind me. I really need to get glasses. Thank you, First Branch, coming with the cookie. Moon cheese cookie for the moon, the mouse, the mouses. The Mises.
The mouses.
Confirming what's been assumed to be the plan for years.
Thickatile. Exactly. Jenny Callie.
Humans will likely live on Starship for the first few years until additional habitats are constructed. The first wave of uncrewed starships can also be relocated and or repurposed as needed to support the humans on the surface, serving as valuable assets for storage, habitation, and a source of refined metal structures and resources. SpaceX is aggressively developing Starship to conduct initial test flights to Mars as soon as 2022 or 2024, and even raises the possibility of SpaceX launching the first Starship to Mars before the rocket's first lunar mission, but then launching a separate lunar mission and landing a different Starship on the moon while the Mars-bound ship or ships are still in transit. First Martian immigrants launched in batches of 10 to 20 people alongside 100 plus metric tons of cargo will reuse all surviving Starships as pre-emplaced habitats, storage tanks, and raw material feedstock. Early cargo will focus on power, water, and propellant production, as well as shelters, radiation shielding, and the construction of prepared landing pads. Unsurprisingly, early residents will likely make the starships that carry them to Mars their first homes on the surface of the red planet, taking advantage of pressurized, volume-ready outfitted to keep dozens of people alive and healthy in deep space for months at a time. I didn't know about that aspect of it. Did you know about that?
I did not.
Start taking cod liver oil.
What?
Is that going to help me with my vision? I need to get glasses. That's what I need to do. What's going on, Truth Quest? Yeah, so where were we? Yeah, I was done with that. That's where I was. Okay. And yeah. I know I'm just so funny. So funny.
Don't mind me. Belushi wants to know if Kyle got taken care of. There were a lot of people really pulling for him.
There was a lot of people were really pulling for Kyle. I don't believe he has yet. I haven't heard anything, but one can only hope, right? He's definitely stud of the year. He's definitely stud of the year. Okay, so let's see, where were we? I believe I know where we were.
Yes, Peter, exactly.
Yes, he had to bring up Kyle, of course. He's not going to let me forget about Friday night at all. That's a great question, Joan of Stark. Why can't we teleport yet? Yep, see? First Branch knows what's up. He's hashtagging it. He's got the hashtag a little bit wrong.
Exactly.
But that's fine. The thought's there, the intention's there, so yeah, he's not sure that means pulling for Kyle, but we should probably not start in with the Kyle.
Truth Quest says, "Hey Laura, cool hair." Just so you know. Hair's looking cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Appreciate that.
It's all
Thank you.
Swooped.
I do absolutely nothing to it. Mm-hmm.
She shakes up, tries to decide which side it should go on. Does it look better over here? Should it go over here?
Foil's got jokes tonight. Would you like to start working on defense here? I mean,
yeah.
I know you're
sure.
really wrapped
I can
up
do that.
tonight with something. I don't know what, but whatever, But can we put that
Talking
aside?
to the peeps,
to
man.
do defense
Just talking
at
to
this
the
point.
peeps. Yeah, we're gonna talk about defense, right?
Okay,
This is important
fantastic.
stuff,
Let's
man.
do that then. Let's roll.
Important stuff.
Socket Q coming with the cookie. Blowjobs for Kyle. See,
See, there you go.
There was no avoiding it. Yeah.
Right.
We
That's
hear
what it is.
Getting hashtag. It's become a thing. So.
It's totally a thing, man. It's totally a thing. Yeah.
And you could
Kyle
totally set
fluffing,
us up.
apparently.
It's really easy with donations. You could totally set us up to say whatever, because.
Right. Just want to hear Alara say some shite. Put it in a gold pill. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
last week, I was talking about how Russia was moving stuff to the front. Like they were repositioning troops now near Ukraine. Right. It looked a little shady, man. Looks a little shady. Well, turns out Russia now has more than 92,000 troops amassed around the Ukraine's borders. And according to the head of the Ukrainian Defense Intelligence Agency, Putin is preparing to attack by the end of January or the beginning of February. And I said that, remember, I think that was last week. You were like, what do you think is going to happen, Foyle? I'm like, Russia's going to attack Ukraine. And while there's all this, craziness, maybe that's when China makes their move. So we will see how that works out. But it's crazy. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead. You finish the article. I'll come in with that here in a second.
Yeah, I'm just talking about it. Thanks, dude, for the shades. We will keep being cool. And thank you, Life of Brian, one of my favorite movies, for the shades.
Sean Joe again for
Sean
the cookie.
Joe with the cookie.
Thank you so much.
Bada bing.
All right.
Right.
What's going on, Ryan Glantz? Good to see you out there. Magic Bird. Karen Caldwell.
Yeah. What up, fam?
Everybody's here.
What up, fam?
All
right. So, no. Just jump in. Like, how I just jump in whenever you're talking. Feel free.
No, you generally don't. You kind of just let me, ride it to the wheels.
I try to. Sometimes there are things that I see that are just so funny that have to be addressed. But So in any case, this would actually be
coming in hard with the can of claw.
Coming in hard with the can of claw, right? I don't know anybody that loves the claws, man.
First Branch Cookie, the SFN News team are the best streamers ever. Thank you, friend. So much love tonight, you guys. We don't know what to do with all the love.
I know.
I feel funny inside. Popcorn Gitmo, great name. Fantastic name with the can. Love y'all. Love you too, friend. And our Cloaked Unseen, and you just never know what you're going to get. Coming with the cookie. I just recorded a Merkaba 10 times better than my other one. Can see bodies of beings in it. It's so amazing. Oh, we're going to have to check that out. You're going to have to let me know when you live stream the Merkaba
to check that out.
With the beings in it. We're going to have to definitely see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta check that out.
Yeah.
So this would be a complete calamity, a catastrophe, when Russia does this. And I get it. Like last week, people were like, well, there are Russian nationals in there. Like, I get it, guys, but we can't just forget about territorial sovereignty because of a concentrated ethnic group. Like, that would shatter the law of the land everywhere. Like, we can't just go about that. I get that there are, Russian, Russian people in Ukraine, but these are the borders, man.
What is not run by cabal goons, Matt Smith? I mean, I'm curious. Where on the planet is not
Space Force News is not run by cabal goons.
That's right. Space Force News, right here. We are not run by cabal goons.
Not run
clearly
by cabal goons at all.
Dollfan72, come with the cookie. Love you too, lovely ladies, and Foxhole fam. Love you too. Thank you for the cookie. And are we moving on to the next article, Foyle?
Not yet. Oh. Let me just say this.
Ma'am.
Okay, so
you
guys know in 2014 that they went in and jacked Crimea, like they country jacked the whole part of the country, just took it, right? And I get that. So now they're even what's weird about this is like the plans that their brigadier general had shown to our Defense Department speculates that they would be coming through even Belarus, right? And what do we know is going on in Belarus right now? Now we can click to the next article. We've got a serious immigration crisis at the border of Poland and Belarus, right? If you guys always saying like distraction, this is the distraction. That Putin is literally using things to get the people of Ukraine to distrust their own government and to just sow general dissent in the area. And that's what's going on with this. So in response to this, we have another new multi-state defense pact. The EU obviously realizes that America may or may not come to the defense of the countries of the European Union after the shenanigans with Afghanistan. Who can blame them? That was a complete fucktastrophie. So of course now they are planning their own multi-state defense alliance, right?
I just want to say quickly that Whiskey Blue coming in with the hashtag 4 doors, more whores, and that's great. Thank you for that. We're all for Kyle. We're all for Kyle here on this channel.
Yeah, we are
all
definitely pro Kyle over here.
We're pro Kyle.
Right.
Okay.
We are
so
pro
go
Kyle.
ahead.
Yeah, so they have now drawn up plans for what they're calling the strategic compass for security and defense, right? Where EU member states will contribute troops for specialized units, right? It's not going to be like a standing army where everybody contributes troops, but when different missions arise, different states will have to contribute troops, and all of the member states will have to sign off on this, that they can use to respond to quickly arising crises. For example, the chaos at the border of Poland and Belarus, and even though Ukraine obviously is not a NATO member state, NATO still pretends like they're going to get involved should there be shenanigans there. But because of the location of the Ukraine, the EU is clearly concerned about what's going on there. So this might be a good way for them to get the defenses quickly to secure the borders of the countries surrounding Ukraine. I mean, this could be a thing. And maybe if countries start coming up with their own plans, they won't have to look at us all the time. Because God knows, with Biden in charge, nothing good will come of that.
Bestie. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
okay,
buddy.
So, and on that note, this is what I think. I think that...
Nature break.
Here we go. This is just so cute. I'm trying to remember who sent this to me. Normally I have it written down. This is amazing, though. I didn't know such things were possible. Yes, Jonas Stark.
You're
we
totally
love Kyle.
a cat person. Yeah, we do love Kyle.
I am not a cat person. But this is significant here. We have a bobcat hugging a house cat. The Great Awakening, man. Even the animals are evolving. Look at this. Right? It's okay, buddy. I won't rip your throat out.
Right.
You're more likely to get your throat ripped out by Alara than me. Isn't that sweet? Look. Give it licking him and everything. How cute.
Yeah.
Is there no sound on this, or did I just miss the bus here?
I have no
there's
idea,
sound.
man.
Look, he's getting look. He's gonna eat the mites out of his ears and everything. I wonder if the bobcat uses the litter box.
That's truly caring there. If you're gonna eat the mites out of something else's ears, man, that's love.
So I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let me find our other nature break tonight. I almost gave you guys the Puffin song because I felt like it was about that time, but then I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Let's watch these guys.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Hey, don't run from the Lord.
Y'all gonna have to wait a minute.
Don't run from
I'm talking to my big dog.
Funny, but it is that funny, dude. That's what I need, a monkey in my life, because my life isn't hectic enough. I need one of those. Chase around.
We need a monkey here.
Oh, you would lose it if there was a monkey in the house, Foil.
If you made a mess, I would probably have a problem.
You could handle 4 kibbles on the ground in the living room. How are you going to survive the monkey? Look at this guy right here. Watch this stud. Look.
Right?
No. He's like, no.
That is absolutely my life right
Totally
there.
not having
Kevin!
it. Thank you, Miracle Girly, for the cat's rule. Super chat. Thank you. Come on, Jimmy James.
The hot cop?
What's that cop gonna do?
Oh, they want the puffin or they're gonna riot, they say.
Puffin or riot? Oh Lord. Well, maybe it is not that.
I don't know. If I hear puffin or riot
What,
from enough people, I might
is he
play
getting
it.
high? What is going on here?
Is that a joint? I need that in my life. I clearly need one of those.
Oh, it's great. Look. Oh, yeah.
I need a
lit.
bird, dude.
Nah.
I need a bird.
Oh, no.
Look, he eats
No.
spiders. Can I get a bird?
We need a
foil?
duck.
How about a bird that eats spiders?
It's gotta be a cool
Can we
bird,
compromise?
man. I would be all right with a cool bird.
Caesar
that did
won't
cool
eat
shit.
the bird. I'll keep.
I can't promise that, but
Yeah, he'll
we can
probably
try.
eat the bird. You're right. Bummer. Rough
Thanks,
day.
Neo, for the shades.
Thank you, Neo. Good
Puffin
to
or
see
we
you.
riot. Yeah, they want the Puffin song, man.
Yeah, do they really? Is enough of them saying it? How many? How many? We got?
Let's see. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want. If it's Puffins or riot.
One baby spots me filming. His walk totally changes.
You know, deer are kind of retarded. I didn't realize this till I moved out here. Like, I was driving down the road and we were going to the lake, and there was like 3 of them, and the lights caught it, right? But it just stood there, like, and it went like this. Like, for like 30 seconds, I'm like, bro, get out of the road. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, not
like,
the camel spiders, guys. Right?
No, we're not doing
Retarded
camel
deer.
spiders. All right, so I think at this point, I think we need some puffin in our lives, guys.
Puffin
That's
or
what I
riot.
think.
Look at that.
Yeah, puffin or riot. So here we go.
Janet Otto. Apparently, you did.
We better get to our UFO videos tonight. That's all I got to say. All right, here we go. Puffin song. I didn't even have it pulled up. I'm doing this because I love you guys so much. You get what you want. You get what you want. Oh Lord, somebody made a remix about the puffin dance. This is
Wait,
great.
what?
They're gonna
The
riot.
mating dance of the puffin is a subtle affair.
Here we go.
To appreciate the complexity of these movements, one
We may
must
have to
enter the
take us
mind
off
of the
screen
puffin.
for this.
Like
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
honey,
gotta
I
get
meant
the
to
full
tell you,
effect.
last night
That's
at
what
Pete's, I rolled a full house, right?
Oh.
And I decided
guys?
to go for it,
Right.
and I got a Yahtzee.
That's so
One,
brave, huh?
2.
I always keep the odd
1,
numbers. They
2,
feel so cozy.
3, 4.
Oop,
Oh, that
hold on.
timing was totally
This
off.
puffin
This
got some
way bad.
stuffing for your puffin, muffin.
You're so good at rhyming.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
this
don't
kind of happened.
What are you looking at, hon?
I kind of felt a tingle.
I'll go get the laxatives.
It's different. It's like, this puffin got some stuffing for your
Puffin
puffin,
for your
muffin.
Puffin muffin.
Oh, I know
give me
what you
the
need.
big
You
nut.
want to see some boobies?
puffin
What,
free.
like right now?
Sure, why not?
This booty kitty got a cute booty.
Got a
Let's
cute
take
booty.
it off like we're on a race of beauty. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin, muffin.
Ready?
Just give
Just
me
give me the
beat
beat now.
You puffin freak.
Freak. Boom.
This puffin
Nailed
got some
it.
stuffing for your
For your
puffin, muffin.
muffin.
Just give me the beat now. You puffin freak.
Freak.
This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. Like we're in a movie. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. Like we're in a movie. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of beauty. Like we're in a movie. So do you, should we?
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need socks and I need bin liners.
Bin liners.
Use while we're
Bin
like,
liners. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
This booty
Puffin freak.
got a cute booty.
All you
Let's take
puffin
it off
freaks
like we're
out
on a race
there.
of beauty. Like we're in a movie.
What's going on, US and on? See you out there. All right, what happened when we just got severely distracted by the Puffin song once again? But that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine
This is
here.
fine. This is fine.
Yes, and we fully support. What do we fully support here?
Pearl.
Foil?
Kyle.
Kyle. in every way
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Yeah.
Science! All right, here we go. Scientists propose jumpstarting Mars' magnetic field to make it habitable. Drip,
Because that
drip,
doesn't sound
drip,
difficult
drip.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Wasn't there a movie, guys, wasn't there a movie where they restarted the core of a planet? Was that the Wandering Earth?
Yeah, that was the one. Then that was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. That was
Oh.
was Total Recall. See, I know my 80s movies. I may not know today, but I know my 80s
Wait,
and 90s
what?
movies.
Where they
was
restarted
Total
the core
Recall.
of the planet?
I think so, didn't they? They restarted a core of some kind, I remember.
I don't know. Yeah, so this is the plan. Apparently, humans living on Mars would be a whole lot easier if it had some sort of magnetic field, right? Apparently,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, you know,
This is so. Yeah,
they're just
absolutely.
thinking. They're just thinking.
Mhm.
So there's something called the Armstrong limit, which is a threshold that allows humans to survive without the full body pressure suit. Because apparently below this limit, the water in your eyes and lungs and whatnot just boils, right? Which sounds like it would suck. So the plan is
Yes,
for them
that was
to,
Total Recall.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
and
getting
what's
backed
the
up.
core?
I'm getting backed up from, Alara's Space
The
Mouse.
core
which, of course,
created oxygen.
the opinion
Okay.
of that account particularly matters. I mean, let's be real.
Absolutely. Yeah. Space Force Mouse. Is that right? Yeah, Space Force Mouse. Alara's Space Force Mouse specifically matters.
So, continue,
sure.
please. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it would suck, if you're on Mars and you had to wear a suit all the time, or if you're blood boiled. So their plan is, apparently all they need is the same level of magnetization as like a regular fridge magnet, but they've got to get it to go around the entire planet. So they could either restart the circulation in Mars' iron core, right, to create like this continuous solid loop or loop of like solid state magnets maybe, or that they could use a chain of coupled sources with a controlled beam or a plasma torus, just a big ass ring of charged particles with like an artificial current that could get this thing moving, right? So that's the plan. They're trying to figure out exactly how they could do this. Unfortunately for them, the amount of power that they would need to do this would be equivalent to the entire power consumption of all humans on Earth in 2020, right? So like 10 to the 17th joules. It's like a shit ton, right? So I don't know how they're going to figure that out. They're thinking nuclear fission reactors, maybe as a power source.
Right.
But yeah, Elon Musk seems to think we don't have a lot of time before Earth is just completely uninhabitable. Obviously the apocalypse is upon us. So they got to figure something out. And terraforming Mars is apparently the next best thing.
Miracle Girlie coming in with the super chat saying Total Recall restarted atmosphere, not the core. The core was another movie. And,
yeah, they literally, I remember them jump-starting the core to create, it was kind of the same thing. I wonder if these people don't get their ideas for science experiments directly from movies sometimes.
There does seem to be a correlation.
Brian
there, doesn't
Glantz. They need a magnetic strength of about a fridge magnet, but the problem is Mars magnetic field is there, but it's super weak and it's super fragmented. So they would need a uniform field around the entire planet. It doesn't have to be super strong, but the power that they would need to do it and how they would go about getting it done. This is the problem. And it must be I must be thinking of the movie The Core. Belushi says I'm getting tired of the Musk Olympics. It was pretty good, I think.
Man, drip disclosure, guys, is just getting super retarded. But that's cool. Whatever. I mean, the moon has enough oxygen to sustain 8 billion people for 100,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, if Earth, messes up and we can't get the core jumped on Mars, we can always just all move to the moon, apparently. We tend to think of the moon as not having a lot of oxygen, but there actually is a ton of oxygen on the moon. It just happens to all be contained in the regolith, in the rocky soil that is all encompassing up there, right? So the plan is to find a way to provide breathable oxygen on the moon by getting it out of the lunar rocks. They do have some plans, like in October, the Australian Space Agency and NASA, they've signed this deal to send this Australian-made rover to the moon under the auspices of the Artemis program to collect the rocks so that they can figure out exactly how they're going to get, how they're going to transform the oxygen in the rocks into breathable oxygen. I guess we will see how they figure that out as well. But, it sounds like an interesting plan. Imagine that, 8 billion people on the moon for 100,000 years.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Belushi says the moon is a Death Star. It's definitely in that department somewhere.
Well,
Spaceship,
they say
something.
the lunar rocks are made up of like 45% oxygen, which is odd, but
Well,
the
let's
minerals
put it
that
to good
comprise
use.
it apparently are
Let's
useful.
Put it to good use. All right, next we got wormholes might be more stable than previously thought and could even be used to transport spacecraft to distant parts of the universe, scientists claim. So, yeah, Scott sent me this. I think Jordan Sather put it out, but fantastic find. This is significant here. Well, the fact that it's...
they've been speculating on this for a while, right? Like, even when they were talking about, what is it? In any case, we've talked about how black holes might actually, there's a theory that the information, because that's all everything is, it's just essentially information. The information that goes out might not be held in this infinite compression point, that it may actually be kind of a portal to the other side. Now they're saying that wormholes might function the same way, and that they might be a lot more stable than previously thought. Apparently, a physicist, Pascal Corain, from the École Normale Supérieure de Lyon in France, did some modeling, some theoretical modeling, because of course they can't test this stuff in real life, and he found that a particle could be documented crossing the event horizon into the wormhole, go through it, and come out the other side in a finite amount of time. So this would not take forever. There would be some sort of time limit on that. And then they go on to speculate that if a particle could traverse a wormhole safely, maybe humans and spacecraft could go through and reach planets in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, we've never actually observed a wormhole, but their existence is kind of compatible with the theory of general relativity.
Dude, they open up all the time on this planet.
Yeah, well, the X
spaceships come through them.
The electron diffusion portals, like NASA has documented those, where it's literally a portal from the sun to different places on Earth that open up. They're called X portals. Yeah, electron diffusion portals. Like, those are real. But what they're talking about is like Einstein-Rosen-bridge level wormhole.
Right.
Like a literal bending in the space, like where, something can pop through to some very extremely far distant location.
This is excellent news.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, it's something, right?
We shall see.
It's a lot more than we get usually. Right. So, let's see. Where are we going from here? We will be going into... tiny robots could deliver drugs directly to our central nervous system.
That's technology. VPXM says, thank you for saying
she checks
wormholes.
me so politely.
Technology.
VPXM says, thank you for saying wormholes, not black holes. Yes, there's a huge difference. I was mentioning black holes. I was trying to think of loop quantum gravity. Loop quantum gravity is just a theory, obviously, but quantum physics would speculate that perhaps black holes can be traversed as well, which is why I was comparing them to the wormholes in the article. Loop quantum gravity would also
that was another
bounce.
That was another article we were looking at, I think, is what, we were looking at both today, and we ended up
but they just ended up being somewhat similar,
right?
As far as the theory goes. But all right, so tiny robots.
This is great. Yeah.
Always, man. Always. And as a matter of fact, we've talked about these. They're called maniacs, right? We've talked about these robots on Space Force News before. What I thought was interesting is that this information is being presented to you from the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab has now jumped in and is pointing out that there is new research that has developed soft robots that can be controlled using magnetic fields. Does this sound familiar
It's
to
alarming
anybody?
to anyone, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is anyone alarmed by this?
As a matter of fact, there's a little video at the bottom. I don't think there's any sound, but if you scroll down and play it, these things, so these can be used for targeted drug therapies, right? Yeah, it's crazy. They use a rotating magnetic field to control where these robots go. It should be underneath of that.
There's a video.
But I mean, they can go
right here?
right there. Man. They can go up slopes. They can go against the flow of a liquid. They can do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that little guy. Look at him.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Yeah, like I can do it. You can do it.
Against the flow. Look at that.
Yeah. Using magnetic fields, of course.
UFO videos I've seen recently, actually. Using magnetic fields. Look at that.
Yeah, they're called maniacs. Literally magnetically aligned nanorods in alginate capsules. It does not sound sus to me at all. It sounds great. It's a great plan. Yeah. So they're looking at how they could be used to deliver drugs in neural tissue at first. So in your brain. That's what I want. Nanobots in my brain. Sounds like a great plan.
Right?
Doesn't sound sketch at all.
Man.
I know, right?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Look at that.
It's just getting super creepy, friend. Can't we just go back to the 80s?
I don't like it either, Belushi.
I want to go back to the 80s. Can we do that now?
Right? Tom Ford says can or are being used. Of course they are being used.
Of course. Everything that we get to hear about now has been used for a long time for nefarious reasons. Yeah, that's kind of a given. So you can now pre-order a Hoverbike for $680,000. Not much, guys.
We can crowdfund that. We can totally Listen, man, I was still trying for us to get either the aircraft carrier or how many ships did I send?
We need a cruise ship.
Yeah, they had some. You know,
you want to go aircraft carrier? There's not much room for the animals and the people.
Aircraft carriers are huge. We could fit all kinds of stuff on that. They had one on sale for like $1 million.
A nuclear powered one?
I don't know what kind of powering it had, but you know, we get like I forget what was the math that I had figured out. We get like
I had figured the cruise ship we got, it was $20,000 a piece.
Yeah, for like
to buy your way in, but you got to have a trade
people
that we need. You know, like kind of like what was that show, Survivor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we gotta have like mechanics and doctors, and we need a good bartender.
You need 20 grand and like a skill set that we could use, because we're gonna hang out on the cruise ship, and then we're gonna park it in various islands that are uninhabited, and we're gonna get off for a while and grow some stuff, and
hang out in international waters and just have our own society. Right, this is the plan.
Breakaway cruise ship or aircraft carrier, if we could pull that off.
Well, thanks, Whiskey Blue.
Yeah, so anyways, we're back to the Hoverbike.
Yeah, we need one. We totally need one. Apparently now you can officially pre-order your Hoverbike for only $680,000. There's a Japanese startup company that has now unveiled the X Turismo limited edition Hoverbike, and they're aiming to have about 200 of these manufactured by mid-2022.
Who's going to do Hoverbike traffic control?
Right. Well, this is the thing. That's what they're saying, like in this article. Well, this clearly isn't, road legal, but they're trying to figure that out. Right. I don't know. Apparently they work. They look kind of cool.
You're not going to
they're just big fans.
For cruising the airport in that thing? Or, I mean.
Man, be great. I think it'd be great.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, like, I'd bet there's somebody would come after you if you did that. How are you supposed to know there's not enough of them to care about traffic?
I mean, if you got $680,000 to buy a Hoverbike, you probably don't give a shit about who's crying about it, Like, what are they going to do? Write you a ticket? You know,
Yeah, I see
impound your
point.
hoverbike. Like,
That's right. I see your
yeah,
point.
if you got a few money, like, I'll just buy another one. Yeah, you know, whatever.
All right, so that concludes technology. We will be moving on to our favorite
Miracle
subject
Girlie
as
said
of late.
she thought this was supposed to be a chill episode. Yeah, we're about to chill now.
This is Foyle's idea of chilling out on the articles. We're actually
I
almost to
pulled
the end of the
2
articles
for
now.
each section, right? I only pulled 2 for each section. We did them
We
all in
have
an hour.
like
That's
7
great.
sections, dude. Yeah, I mean that is a lot less for us, but yeah.
Disclosure.
All right, Men in Black Pentagon X-Files unit to capture and exploit UFOs under defense bill after aliens buzzed warships and nuke sites. The Pentagon is on the verge of getting a real-life X-Files office dedicated to investigating UFOs, their origins, and attempts to capture or exploit one of the mysterious craft. U.S. lawmakers are expected to push through the annual NDAA legislation, which includes a historic amendment that sets up a dedicated unit called the Anomaly Surveillance and Resolution Office. The Anomaly Surveillance and Resolution Office. Interesting. The Pentagon's new office will investigate unexplained sightings and attempt to identify them. It will probe whether or not the strange craft that have been reportedly buzzing the U.S. military are unknown technology from Russia and China or potentially something more alien. The office will be set up jointly between the Department of Defense and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, a key marriage between the intelligence and the military communities. UFOs have stepped from an issue that was dismissed as fringe and of the realm of conspiracy theorists into a genuine national security debate over the past few years. ARSO will seek to investigate the technical and operational characteristics, origins, and intentions of UFOs. The UFO office will have the power to send out X-Files-esque teams to allow for rapid response and field investigations of UFOs. It will also provide briefings on any efforts to capture or exploit the phenomena and also assesses health-related effects for those who have encountered these objects. Interesting.
You know who's pushing that is Kirsten Gillibrand.
Yep.
Senator Gillibrand is the one that decided to start pushing this.
It mentions her in this article, actually. In dramatic shift, National Intelligence Director does not rule out extraterrestrial origins for UFOs. We played the video of her talking, I think it was last week or the week before.
Last week. Just
a few weeks before Haynes' groundbreaking statement, NASA Administrator Bill Nelson made waves by speculating publicly that UFOs might have otherworldly origins. Indeed, after meeting with the naval aviators who encountered objects that appeared to move in ways that defied physics and aerodynamics, Nelson is convinced that the pilots saw something truly extraordinary. After reading a classified document report on the military's recent UFO encounters, Nelson said the hair stood up on the back of his neck. Clearly something has NASA chief spooked. Former CIA Director John Brennan made a jaw-dropping statement suggesting that a different form of life might be behind the phenomena. Similarly, another former CIA director and longtime UFO skeptic, James Woolsey, signaled a new openness to otherworldly explanations for UFOs. According to Ratcliffe, U.S. intelligence analysts have high confidence that foreign adversaries such as China or Russia are not behind the most extraordinary UFO sightings. Ratcliffe stated that some UFOs exhibit technologies that we don't have and, frankly, that we are not capable of defending against. Senator Mitt Romney of Utah echoed Ratcliffe's comments, ruling out highly advanced Chinese or Russian aircraft as likely explanations for the mysterious objects. In an interview about the military's UFO encounters, Romney referred to technology which is in a whole different sphere than anything we understand. Roscoe Hillenkoetter, the first director of the CIA, said that objects operating under intelligent control displayed extraordinary technology in the decades after World War II. Hillenkoetter stated that neither the United States nor any other nation could have developed such advanced aircraft. Declassified documents from the late 1940s and early 1950s show that intelligence analysts systematically ruled out ultra-secret U.S. technology and foreign competitors as plausible explanations for the most compelling UFO encounters. Thankfully, the glaring deficiencies in UFO reporting and analysis identified by Haynes may soon be addressed. If historic legislation proposed by Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is adopted by Congress, the government will be forced to conduct the comprehensive, objective, and science-based assessment that the UFO phenomena has long demanded. Right? I mean, it's some progress is better than none. Thank you, Dodie Danny, coming in with the can. Appreciate you, friend. All right, and we have one. Nope. That concludes it, guys. We are going to be going into, for the rest of the show, space weather and Alara's favorite topic.
Unidentified flying objects.
All right. Video captures pulsating UFO dropping out of the sky. Newly released footage of a glowing orb over Mexico has been called very consistent with decades of previous reports of unidentified aerial phenomena from pilots. A video obtained by the Daily Mail shows a pulsating teardrop-shaped object zip around a pair of FedEx pilots who spotted the UFO March 19th of 2020 out their windshield while they were flying near Monterey. Through the interloper never popped up on the plane's radar. At one point, the brilliant yellow-white plasma-like object appears to rapidly descend from the sky to match the attitude of the two cargo planes, then flash a beam of light in their direction. The orb proceeds to zoom alongside the aircrafts for more than half hour before disappearing with a flash of pinkish purple light. Let's check this out.
Shooting star, but then it stopped, huh? Yeah, let me zoom in, man.
Yeah, man, zoom in.
Look at that.
It's like an orb, man. Look at that shit. It's pulsating.
Look at that shit.
Oh, this is awesome. And he's not on TCAS, man.
What happened to our no cussing rule on this show? It's gone.
I can tell Rita now.
Totally gone.
That's interesting. That is, dude. That is shit hot. Platillos. He's a pulsating orb. Look at that.
I thought it was
dude.
going to
Look
shoot a
at
light
that.
at him. Is it going to shoot a light at him?
I don't know. Those are the pilots talking? That's fun.
Right? That does seem
Are
odd,
we
doesn't
buffering on Fox?
Turn on the tail light. Oh, it is on. Okay, cool.
it? Try the bunker, guys. Try the bunker.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, man. Look at that
Try
thing,
the
dude.
bunker. If you can't get the bunker to work for some reason,
Flip
then just
the,
head over to
the,
Live or Twitch.
Flip the TCAS switch up and see if you see anything on the display. On the ND.
Come on, that's definitely the Chinese or the Russians, man.
Anything? Any TCAS
Gotta be
returns?
China.
Okay, flip the switch down. He's definitely above
Wonder
our
Mod
altitude.
says,
That man. This guy is not reporting TCAS. That is a unidentified flying object.
I don't.
Could be a weather balloon.
I don't think it's going to shoot any light at them. I'm confused here.
And it's pulsating too, man. That is nuts.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
I wish we could get closer. I can't believe you saw it. What's on the map below us? What city? Is it Monterrey?
That there's an extraterrestrial spacecraft.
That there?
That there is an extraterrestrial spacecraft.
Right there.
So the nearest.
What up, D-Live
they tend to congregate around Monterrey. They'll get a lot of. Yeah, we're close. How close to Monterrey? We're about 150 miles from
All right,
Monterrey.
so how long is this going to play? 4 minutes 47 seconds. Is this going to shoot the light out the guys?
Phenomenal, dude. I'm so glad you saw that.
I want to see them.
And you saw it drop out of the sky and just stop
with the space lasers.
I want to see the space lasers. I want to see the space lasers.
Oh, this is fucking cool. I had to call my brother-in-law. He lives in Puebla.
Spaceships are cool.
What up, Blockblaster MC? Bill Pig,
No,
see ya.
but look how it pulses though.
Should we give it till the end, guys? Do we need to see the space lasers?
Space lasers. Yes, Solrico.
Jeez, man,
I'm looking at you.
Man.
I'm looking at you, man.
No, not with lights like that.
I better not get let down here. I don't do well with disappointment.
Near
the first branch likes
Harlingen, it's
throbbing
15,000 feet
UFOs,
AGL.
the pulsating
This thing's
ones,
above our
you know?
altitude. I just can't tell. That's why I
Gotta
asked you
be
to hit the
throbbing
TCAS.
and pulsating.
Just in case,
Yeah,
just in
I'm
case
with
it
you,
was an
sir.
airplane.
With you.
Yeah, I think those tend to be my favorite.
Dude, it's pulsing, man. Look at that.
By far the more entertaining ones, for sure.
Right?
Right. Off the rails.
Right.
There better not be disappointment at the end of this. You know? I better get space lasers.
Space lasers.
I'm starting to sound like a South Carolina person.
South Carolinian?
Not South Carolinian.
Yeah, man. And there's no strobe. I don't see a... And the fact that it dropped out of the sky like that and then stopped and hovered. He's probably just checking us out. I was going to turn on the light over there.
Ryan thinks it's Glinda the Good Witch. I feel like we're going to get disappointed.
Like
we might as well just wait it out, guys. Why not? Let's see what's going to happen here.
Belushi says it's Cholo Orb, man.
That is phenomenal,
Cholo
man. Look
Orb.
at
that is pretty dope.
Yeah, they're
what's
all
gonna
over
do now?
Mexico, dude.
I don't know. Thanks, Cloak, for the cookie. I can zoom in to share what I got. It's so amazing, but if not, I understand Alara's time limit. She is kind of
it's the clouds.
on it with them times, man.
Time Nazi. That's me.
Yes.
So
He's
confused,
he's
glad
almost
they
like he's over the
declassified
weather or
this one.
something.
This one's a cool one.
Oh, yeah, we're going to lose him in the clouds. Son of a bitch.
I have a video. That's
Well,
kinda
there it
similar to
is.
this.
Space
Right there,
lasers
man, on my
are
engine.
Look at that.
There's our airplane.
Look at that. I didn't see him shoot lasers
And
at him.
there's no TCAS. There's weather about 40 miles
no
off our left
TCAS,
wingtip
mate.
where this thing seems to have disappeared.
Oh, they were in a plane the whole time.
Yeah, that was the
Look
FedEx
at
pilot.
that, man.
There's no
I didn't see
TCAS
him shoot him
returns,
with
man.
the
It's
space
not an
laser.
airplane. It didn't have strobes or beacon or nothing. It's my first time. I'm so excited.
That's a
Now I
good
can say,
video.
yeah, I've seen it.
That's a really good
I got a
video.
video.
I've always
Right? They're like, yeah, we see him all
He
the
is
time. It's the first
stoked.
time I got a video, right?
He's like, I'm
It's really
stoked.
exciting when you get a good UFO video because it doesn't happen. Most of the time, they shut your phone down. They don't even let you keep it unless they want you to have it. And
Or
Who
they
needs
don't
to
let
keep
you
it?
unlock your phone, maybe. There's always that.
Right? So let's see. Where's this one coming out of? This one is possible UFO sighting in South San Diego. We spotted these odd lights in the sky at 8:39 p.m. and started recording. Please let me know what you think, guys, he says. So let's check this out. Where's our sound? I think we need sound. Where's the sound? We can't miss this. We need the sound. Where's the sound? How come I don't hear the sound?
I don't know. They're driving. Maybe there's no sound.
Maybe not. Well, what is that? Like an Astra?
Yeah, we'll do.
It looks like an Astra. Where's the third light, though? Well, I'm gonna need you to pay attention here to this UFO analysis.
The third light. I don't. The Astra.
Where's
The third light. I don't know.
What do you
The
guys
reflection
think?
off the window. I thought it was a Borg cube at first. I was like, what? Then I realized it was just their dashboard.
Right? What's it doing now? What's going on here?
Cloak gifted a cookie and said, "Mine is 100 times better than the one you just showed. Ain't got shit on me."
Ryan?
Yes, that would be Ryan. I don't know. Maybe they're just flying in tandem, Alara. Like maybe they're just up there chilling together. Like
I'm not sure what's happening here. You guys know what's happening here?
Space Mouse Force has lasers, apparently.
Well, they haven't invited us to their,
Yeah, we should be the official spokespersons for the Space Mouse Force.
Well, this one's not very exciting, Not that they all need to be exciting, but I'm not sure what's happening here. But the lights
I don't know.
Weird. They're definitely weird. Now they're phasing out, it looks like. Yeah. It's definitely odd. All right, and that's all the comments I have here from the Peanut Gallery. All right. Thank you, Foil, for that.
Yeah.
Recorded over Lakeview, Ohio, July 18th of 2020.
This is
coming
a good
to
one,
you,
I think.
from Reddit Recon. Let's roll.
Yes, from my Reddit Recon. Gotta love Reddit. Favorite place.
I did Reddit Recon today too.
Look at that.
I'd be doing Reddit Recon.
Holy shit, what is that?
Oh, Lord, they might want to see it.
I am.
Yeah, this one's great.
That's not
Let's start at the
plain.
beginning. Where's the sound now?
Look at that.
Oh, there it goes. All right.
Holy shit, what is that?
Yeah, I'll be tripping too.
I am.
Space lasers.
That's not plain.
It's space lasers.
That is clearly not a plane.
I just like saying
That
space
is not
lasers.
an airplane.
Nope, sure isn't.
That is not an
That is
airplane.
not an airplane.
You see it?
Even the dogs, look at the dogs watching like, huh?
That is not.
That's pretty wild.
Holy
What is
shit,
that?
what is that? I am.
Wife's always on it. She's like, make sure you're recording, honey. Make sure you're recording.
That's right.
We don't want to miss this. You know? That's what wives are good for. Maybe I should get one. Okay, let's see here.
Riding with pride.
Right, riding with pride. You got it, Foil. Where was I? Let's see. UFO plus reaction from dad and son. Again, Reddit recon. We did a lot of Reddit recon today. This is a lot of Reddit recon.
What the fuck?
Oh, we're starting with the cuss words already.
What the fuck?
Yay!
Dada!
You gotta show the people.
Oh, you gotta show them. Jay Brewski's coming in with the cookie. Dang.
Good to see you, Jay
Brewskis. Thank you for the cookie. Christina
That kid
Fisher.
sounds like he's about 8. I'll tell you to record.
What the fuck? Nestalo.
Right? That was Spanglish there.
Right? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Right?
Right? I'm hyped.
Belushi needs a wifey to tell him to record
Ali,
too.
vidiš ovako? What the fuck? Stavi na internet, tata. Majke ti. Otišlo, tata. Vidi koliko brzo. Tata.
Might have to steal Suki's wife at some point.
Nisam brže video,
Otišlo, nema ga. Gotovo.
ja ti kažem donesi kameru, ti spraviš pametan.
Pa doneo sam.
All right, well.
Ooh, he was super excited, man.
You know, that kid made it worth it. Almost like we should watch it again. And just to hear that kid, that was fantastic.
Right? He was hyped. I feel him.
Pretty wild.
I dig it.
That was pretty wild.
Digging it, man.
All right, let's see what we got next here. Lights over Chesterfield, Virginia on November 18th, 2021. Coming to us from UFO Sightings Daily. Shout out to Scott over at UFO Sightings Daily. If you guys aren't subscribed to his UFO channel, you really should be, because his UFO channel is great.
Yes, it's making
great.
UFOs great again. Right?
Yes, he's making UFOs great again. Thank you, Scott. Oh no, where's our sound? Oh Lord. Oh, there is no sound.
Oh,
it's another
no,
doorbell
it's doorbell cam.
Doorbell
Yep.
cams for the win. Doorbell cams for the win. Look at this.
I know,
Well,
right?
what is that? What is that kind of suspect, stuff
That is
going on across the way
seriously
there?
some stuff going on.
I mean,
Thank
guys, what do you
Lord,
think
queuing
that
up
is?
For the can.
Hey, sweet baby Laura. Thank you. Good to see you.
I think that's a UFO right there.
Is that a
That's
UFO
definitely
or
a
is that
UFO.
like a UFO fight going on? I mean, what's...
Man, that's a
Hold on, we're gonna start
UFO.
this. We're gonna start this at the beginning here. Come on now.
Think it's a space battle?
Now,
Space
is
battle?
it? You got okay. 1 if it's a UFO. 2 if it's a space battle, guys.
That's a UFO right there.
1 for UFO. 2 for space battle. Right. Look at that. Thing's having trouble locking on. What is that? You say UFO or space battle, Foil?
I think it's a UFO. Lights on the bottom, doing some kind of dance
doing
there.
Stuff, starting up new
doing
engines
some
and
dance for the peeps, right?
whatnot.
Dave MC says car lot searchlights, or there's that. Maybe.
Well, hey,
maybe.
That's that's a possibility.
I mean, wouldn't they have?
Pretty
I mean,
nifty car light searchlight, nightclub lights. Could it be? They don't usually roll with 5 deep on the nightclub light. So, here we get some zoom
in a
action.
neighborhood. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing over there. Looks like a damn grain silo or something back there.
We're
Who
getting
knows?
UFO. We're getting UFO. Nobody thinks it's a space battle. I don't have any space battles yet. There's a few people think it's spotlights. Used car lights, nightclub lights, something. It's
I don't know,
spotlights.
maybe in the
So
middle
we're
of nowhere.
torn
though?
between it's a spaceship or it's spotlights coming from a club. Right? Fascinating nonetheless. And the reason I play this video is because there's been a lot of these lately, these videos that what look like space battles going on, right? And, they can't all be spotlights coming from the used car dealership. We need to get to the bottom of it. What was that whole situation, right? These lights are a little wild for used car nightclub lights. But then again, they are moving in a very particular pattern. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about that one. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way you've all sort of been separated.
Shh. Stop. Okay. So once again, what we never decided on this one right here. We never decided, is this legit or not? The Tic Tac, what do we want to call it? The what is it? What are we gonna call it?
The French one?
Here's another one, of the Mike and Ike. The Mike and Ike suppository
they're
UFO.
definitely saying that was they're saying it was a French YouTuber that did this somehow. UFO strippers needed 3 tits need apply. Right?
I mean, yeah, I I mean, I want to believe, I really want to believe. Yeah, I totally want to believe, but I just, and who am I to say that people don't get? Yeah, well, this is a different
viewpoint of it.
It's a Mike and Ike, Belushi. It's a Mike and Ike. That's what it looks like. Glowing Mike and Ike. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this. I just don't know what to think. A drone with LEDs? First Branch thinks it's a drone with LEDs.
I mean, that's the allegation.
Tic Tac. Ryan Glantz thinks it's a Tic Tac, right? Maybe it's a Tic Tac lit up. It looks like a Tic. It looks like a pill. I don't even know. Tic Tacs aren't that shape, are they? Right? It's a flying gold pill. Foil, you nail it every time. Good job. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
Okay, so let's see what else we got here. I thought this was interesting. I thought we should check this out. Get everybody's analysis of this. 3 minutes of close-up footage of a flying saucer with some interesting commentaries. Let's check out this.
I love interesting commentary.
Right? And this is, if this is just, let's just check it out, okay?
Eastern United States, and the photographer Todd Anthony is out to take his first trial pictures with his new 8mm motion picture camera.
Motion picture camera.
Right, let's listen to the commentary, Fool. Not your commentary.
I like my commentary, thanks.
Not when there's other commentary to listen to.
The big surprise, a UFO. The UFO, exhibiting anti-gravity capabilities, follows the airliner right down to the surface of the Earth to its landing. The UFO is a bell-shaped type, which has been seen in photographs all over the world since the 1950s. From Australia to Western Europe to South Africa to Mount Palomar.
It looks like one of the first Nazis UFOs. Forget the
like
name.
A Hanabu?
Yes.
Bell-shaped configuration with 3 spheres on the bottom. There are some very significant things about this UFO type.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Under the bell-shaped hull are 3 spheres. It is these globes which, when excited by a high energy level, cause the UFO to become immune to gravity. At this point, the UFO begins to take on a glow. At a higher state of excitation, it is ready to move into its home dimension, a dimension which is not light years away, but right here, interpenetrating our reality.
It is penetrating
a significant
our
amount
reality.
Of scientific research evidence now seems to confirm the amazing fact that UFOs such as this are interdimensional spacecraft. These types of UFOs have been photographed invisible to the human eye by means of ultraviolet filters and have been found to be trailing our commercial airlines flights at 35,000 feet, just as this flight was tailed by a UFO right to its landing. This time, it was visible. We have presented evidence that many times commercial flights near a UFO have lost electrical control and their aircraft instrumentation. Pilots have confirmed this fact. Passengers have been injured as pilots have taken evasive action when surprised by a UFO which to them seemed to be on a collision course. Yet no world scientific agency or government group has seriously studied the problems of UFO encounters, or kidnappings, or losses of aircraft due to the UFO. Is the UFO mystery truly a scientific Watergate, an incredible and dangerous cover-up? understanding of the UFO may be beyond our science and political system, but it is not beyond the human mind. The alien intelligences of the UFO and the human earthlings are all common inhabitants of the cosmic energy intelligence.
I think that's a really interesting video. You know, we're getting some comments out there. Fishing line. It's on a fishing line. You know, I think the commentary is very interesting on that. You know, and I don't know. Maybe it's a bell. I don't know, guys. I mean, maybe it doesn't say who filmed it or what. Amazon with the cookie. Thank you for the cookie. And yes, the gutter humor tonight is fantastic, guys. Shout out to you for the gutter humor. Thank you so much. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Foil, you still with us?
Yep.
Okay,
Right,
great.
her.
Cloaked UFO stops in the air and changes direction multiple times. Please do not point lasers at the objects in the sky. You hear that, guys? No pointing lasers at the spaceships in the sky. It's not a good idea.
I'm doing it.
That looks like one of them things there the guy taped, the pilot's taped, you know? Similar. Right? It looks like a being, not a ship to me. Like a, oh, man. Here goes the dude with the laser. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Thank you
Leave
for the cookie
Step
Cloak.
away from the UFO. Just I think it's
hold
a
on.
being.
Cloak says
I don't think it's a ship.
Foxhole DM'd 2 images. Alara sending to Foil 2, and there's even better. I don't see any images, Cloaked. I'm looking for them though. Yeah, he's zipping around up there. It's supposed to be cloaked.
I think that's a being. I don't think that's a ship. I think it's a plasma being or something. Some other kind of form of life. Some other life form. You know, what do you guys think? You know, I wish Homeboy would stop pointing lasers at it, though. Humans. I don't know, but they respond to they seem to like the lasers, you know? But it is over the top when you get 3 or 4 people with super powerful lasers all trying to triangulate on a UFO and hold the laser there. There's a big difference between doing that. Remember, Ryan, like they were doing at ESETI when I got all pissed off? And somebody just pointing out where the UFO is and circling it so everybody could see it. There's a big difference between doing that and holding the high-powered lasers, triangulating, and holding the lasers on the UFO. There's a big difference to me on the two. All right. And, I don't know. What do you guys think? Entity orb, plasma being. What do we got here on this one? What do you think we got? What was that just flew by? A bug? I don't know. All right, well, on that note, let's move over to our next ship. Yes, Ryan, stop trying to take over the show. You do that frequently. Let's see. Extremely fast orb-shaped UAP caught on camera at night. Let's check this one out.
Belushi said it seems like a being.
Is this the same one?
No.
This is this one's booking. Look at guys, this one's booking. Right? I'm always afraid if you put the lasers in the guy's eyes and stuff that they won't be able to steer their ship. I don't know. I just care about them being able to steer their ship.
Bro, if they can get here in a UFO and haven't figured out how to compensate for lasers yet, seems like an oversight.
Well, they seem cool with the lasers most of the time, unless you go crazy with the lasers. They seem fine with it. They actually respond to the lasers, but There's a difference between, it's all about intent, between doing that and accosting them. Now, this footage is really interesting. I went to play this for you guys one day, and we lost the footage, but it seems to have reappeared during Reddit Recon. So 13 UFOs in a boat. I want your guys' opinion on what you think about this rather crazy footage. Let's check this out.
Gonna get close. Okay, I'm gonna put this camcorder down.
I think you gotta go to like a minute in.
Driving the boat home after a rough day out on the ocean.
Or not.
We're not there yet, First Branch. We're not there. Just wait. Just wait. There's more coming.
We're either being surrounded by friggin' UFOs or the Coast Guard.
What's that?
Following us in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there. They've been coming on, they were 7 lights. Oh, this is a big deal.
Good evening, Philly Guard.
They're keeping pace with us.
I need the logical explanation for this. They appear to be chasing him. Oh yeah, I'd trip. Oh yeah, I'd be tripping out right there. I'd be tripping out. So they're chasing him, right? So first, I want the logical explanation for this. Oh, I'd be tripping too. In the middle of the ocean by myself? You got the... Oh no, what's going on here? Oh no. Yeah, this is... Oh man, come on, man. Hold on, let me try to get to reload. Yeah, this one's kind of wild. Hold on. This one is kind of wild. All right, let's try this again. All right.
We're either being surrounded by friggin' UFOs or the Coast Guard.
People.
Following us in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there.
Oh, I'd be tripping.
They've been coming on, they were 7 lights.
Sure.
Oh, this is a big deal.
Yeah, I was thinking flares too, but then, you know, I don't see any smoke. And they seem to be advancing on him, so I don't know.
They're keeping pace with us.
Mark says he worked in the oil and gas industry for 8 years. Those are not fire lights. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. We're just hanging out, watching some UFO videos tonight. Yeah, we only did 15 articles tonight. It was you know, a chill night for Space Force News, right, Foyle? A friend took this in Maryland. Can anyone explain this? Let's check this out. See, there we go with the searchlights again, guys. Is that searchlights or a space battle? Or what? Is this searchlights people are taping thinking it's a space battle? I wish we knew where he was at, his exact location. What does it say? Fredericksburg? U.S. and on fallen what? What are we looking at?
You've been down so much you don't even know what's upstairs. Suicidal thoughts got you wondering what's up there. And why to introduce a party, they say it's up there. Too many pills, so much potion, so much pain, dirty emotions, and everything that
yeah, I don't know, guys. Do you think it's searchlights or you think it's some sort of UFO activity? I can't figure it out, man. I don't know what we're looking at right there. I really don't. UFO video shared by Alf Arak 1986 on Twitter, found on Rafio's research network. Video has been stabilized and enhanced. Let's see what's going on here. Oh man. Oh, we got one flying into a mothership.
Show the people.
Yeah, thanks, fool. Man. What do you guys think about this one? Real or no? It's pretty crazy footage if it is real. It'd be fun to go out one night and just try to make UFO videos in various ways and see what we can come up with very basic tools. Trying to make videos that appear to be UFOs and just see what we're able to do. So we know what can be done really easily to make it look really legit. You know what I mean? Not that we really have the time. You know, and Randonautica seems like a good use of our time too. Seems like a great use of our time. We need to do that real soon.
I'm a fan of that.
Was this video ever got debunked? What is this? An incident in Mexico?
Yeah, it's a good video.
Okay. What is this? What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's weird. Salvatore says swamp gas reflecting off Venus, for sure. That's odd. Did it not just change colors and then phase out?
It looked like it was landing.
Hold on a second. We gotta play that one again.
What?
What?
Power outages reported in Waukesha. A whole bunch of them.
What, where the Christmas parade thing happened?
Yeah. Hospitals asking for blood. Like, it's wild. Those
What?
situations seems to be getting crazier.
Guys, keep Waukesha in your prayers. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems like it's getting worse.
SWAT at middle schools and all over downtown Waukesha. Like,
That looked like
crazy.
that just landed, dude.
That's what I said.
I
Looked
think
like it
you're
landed.
right, fool. Man, that's crazy. Wow. That was wild. It looked like it landed. All right, a friend took this in Maryland. Can anyone explain this? Let's see what this is. Oh, this is the same one.
Same one.
Yep. Whoops. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. What else do we got here? Nothing else. That's it. No more UFO videos. That's it, foil. So give us the update about what's going on with Waukesha. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, they found the SUV. It was parked in a driveway. They don't know if the house has anything to do with it. It looks like there are bullet holes through the windshield. One of the officers fired his weapon at the SUV. The front of it is... It's bad. It's bad. And then apparently there are a whole bunch of people without power. Like thousands of people without power. CIA simulation warlord thinks maybe they're cutting comms, and people are kind of tripping out. Like it's wild. I don't know.
All right, guys, we need to lift those people up in our prayers tonight for sure. That's concerning.
Colleges being put on lockdown.
Oh wow. All right, we're gonna quickly jump to space weather, and then we will go ahead and close the show for the evening, guys.
Beep bop beep.
Beep bop beep. Beep bop beep.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another space weather update. My name is Alexis of Ascension Diaries. It is Sunday, November 21st, 2021 at 2:35 p.m. Mountain Time. We are here to discuss and review the last week of space weather and give you a little bit of a view into the future for those of you who are more sensitive to the effects of space weather on your mind, body, spirit, on your psyche. This should be helpful for you. So we just recently had a lunar eclipse that was affecting the areas you see highlighted on this globe model. Dead center was Hawaii, but we experienced a very long lunar eclipse just a few nights ago on the 19th. That was an intense event. You may have had some type of wacky, inconvenient events or some revelations during that time. Not uncommon. Here is the view of it from photographers on Earth, and another view with the actual Pleiadian star cluster in view as well. And this has been important to quite a few of my friends. So there you go. Some people have been saying it looks like a butterfly. Very beautiful. So where is our moon now? It is in the sign of Gemini, which concerns your shoulders, arms, hands, respiratory system, your bronchial tubes, lungs, nervous connections, and your sensory and motor skills, as well as your blood capillaries. So very important day for your system as well. Gemini is obviously there's quite a bit involved with Gemini. So hopefully you're feeling well. Take it easy on your body. We're going to now review. There is the 18th, the ejection on the 18th lunar eclipse. Then there was this very large ejection, very slow from the 19th into the 20th. And the 20th into the 21st, there was another ejection, but all of them fairly small comparatively, and they did not have solar flares that were very powerful behind them. They are beautiful, but not as deadly as the ones we've been seeing in the past that have been making me like sweat a little bit. If you want to keep up with those ones, you can download the Space Weather Live app. They will notify you when solar flares occur. You can also follow this particular YouTube channel for daily updates. The coronal holes here, where the solar wind has been pouring out at a faster speed, is what I believe has been causing the most distress on Earth right now. As you can see here, the X-rays coming out of the flares have been low over the last few days. So we've been mostly looking at the wind speed, which has been 200 kilometers over average. It's been fairly high over the last few days. The pressure is not that high, but the speed is fairly high. Even right now, it's at 700. So that is about to switch on the 26th. The pressure is going to go up, but the speed is going to go down, which is kind of interesting. So there's going to be a bit of a switch in energy on the 26th. You may want to tap into that and try and figure that out for yourself. There is this little pocket opening up behind our electromagnetic field I've been watching, which has been very weird, this little gap right here. And Russia is just shaking without any other evidence really of anything else. I don't see why they should be shaking. It looks like the US and Alaska should be shaking, but apparently Russia is shaking a lot too. So shout out to all of you guys having lightning storms. We will be seeing you on the next week's small update, and good luck out there.
Ryan, you
so
need to
Alexis.
hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Ryan, you need to seriously stop. Like it's really getting out of hand. You know how I operate. If you want me to play something, you send it to me ahead of time. I look through it and decide if I'm going to play it. And then if I play it, I put it in the list for the next week. You have to really stop what you're doing. You're getting out of hand with it. How pushy you're being. And I don't, I don't want to be put in this position of having to say something, but now I'm having to say something because you just are being relentless and you won't stop. So please stop. If you want me to see something, DM it to me. Let me look it over, and then I'll decide if I think it's appropriate and I want to play it or not. But please stop being pushy in the chat. Just enough, please. Thank you, Alexis, for the space weather update. That was amazing. She will not be having a stream tonight, but she is looking to get to 700,000 followers on her TikTok. Foil just posted her link to her TikTok there in the chat on Foxhole, and it's in the chat on DLive, Twitch, YouTube, and what am I forgetting? Something else. Go ahead, Foil. Sorry.
No, I was just going to mention her TikTok.
Okay, great. And yeah, always over on the YouTube, any links that you guys need to find that you can't find that you need to reference in the show, they're always in the description over on YouTube. We need to find a way to be able to drop those links over here, Foil, during the show. It's something we definitely need to work on. Okay, let me go release the lemons over on DLive for you guys and the scratching over on Foxhole. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
And Kingston, that is Ascension Diaries on YouTube, if you're looking for it. If one of the mods could drop the link.
Okay, lemons are going out over on DLive right now as we speak. And I will go and drop the scratching off while we're at it here. All right, let's see here. All right,
thanks,
scratching
Wondermod.
is released over on Foxhole. Thank you guys so much for the love, the super chats tonight, all of the above. It looks like you got Tony Dennison live, Zoso Dude 77, DSN, quite frankly, Brooks, Salty Cracker. There's lots of different choices. AP's coming up here at 9 p.m. it looks like. Oh, that's not 9 p.m. That must be another day. Anyway, that's who's live. Go and check out one of those shows if you're over there on the Foxhole and tell them Space Force News sent you. And what else?
Thank you, Sean Joe, Onka Vonka, and Tanette Booth for the cookies.
Yep. Big thank you to the mods and all the wonderful people that hang out on this show that we absolutely love hanging out with every Sunday night. And thanks for hanging out with us on our Space Force News and Chill episode, even though it wasn't really that, chill, but we did better. We only did like 40 minutes of articles. That was pretty record. That was a record for us, for sure.
All right, guys, if you want to donate directly to Space Force News, you can do that at the Cash App or the Venmo, which are listed in the description below on the YouTube.
Oh. Wait, a couple of announcements first before.
Oh.
Yeah.
By all means.
So, okay, so Conspiracy Couch. So, guys, Foil started a new job where she's completely caught up during the day. She can't get away to do any shows. So, we're going to move Conspiracy Couch to Saturday night at midnight Eastern time for like the next month and a half until she's done with this job. So, that's going to start this Saturday on the 27th at midnight Eastern. We are going to be doing the topic of the craft, witchcraft, so forth. So that will be this Saturday night at midnight. What else you got going on, Foil?
I don't know yet. Friday, definitely conspiracy theory trivia, possibly something on Tuesday. It just depends. I'm doing 3 jobs, guys. If I can get to it, I will put it up. I would love to have you there, for sure.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be doing some different stuff soon, but I haven't quite lined it up and thought it through yet. As soon as I do, I will be announcing that. But other than that, I guess we'll see you guys Saturday night, hopefully, for Conspiracy Couch. If not, then we will see you Sunday back here. Same bat channel, same time for Space Force News. Go ahead, Foil.
Yeah, that's it. See you next Sunday. Stay loyal.
We are your news in this dimension and the next. Good night, Space Patriots. See you next week.